Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Thomas, and I discuss my near-death experience, the things I learned, and the things I think you should know. So I would like to thank you for watching and for subscribing, as you were the reason that I came back from my near-death experience to share what I had seen. So I'm going to be reading from my notes, so if it sounds scripted, that's why. I have a lot to get through and I don't want to forget anything. So last night I prayed for inspiration for today's YouTube, and it came to me to discuss what I learned about angels from my near-death experience. It is a subject I haven't really thought about until now, though angels play an important role in my life since my NDE. Sarah, my guardian angel, especially is important to me. I feel her love, and she's changed my life in some big ways, helping me to learn to be happy again and teaching me about unconditional love and helping me to not feel lonely or alone anymore. So let's get into it. The word angel means messenger, and angels, including your guardian angels, are messengers of God and serve God as enlightened beings. So during my near-death experience, I had three angels show up. It was a young woman with dark hair and an olive complexion, and she was wearing this white luminescent robe or gown, and it seemed to be moving by some unseen current of water, and it was shimmering all the colors of the rainbow. And she was the only one that communicated with me. And then there was a young man with dark hair, and he was wearing a white, like Adidas sport suit type thing. And then there was a man who was in his mid-60s with gray curly hair and a leathery, deep wrinkled face, and he had a scowl on his face for some reason. I guess because he wasn't happy to be there, I'm not sure. But during my near-death experience, only Sarah communicated with me, and she stayed by my side the whole time and helped me to not be scared as she took me on a journey across the universe and to heaven to meet with Jesus, showing me the ways of the universe along the way. So angels have an ability to create miracles with godlike powers, or they use God's power is the best way I can put it. It's kind of like the Star Wars movies where they use the Force. So angels have a playful spirit. Since my NDE, I've had some strange things happen that made me smile and can only be described as miracles or magic. For example, I found tarot cards in places I didn't put them. One day recently, working with my animal spirit cards, when I was done, I put them all away. And later that day, I was standing in front of this window behind me, just kind of looking out the window. And I looked down, and there were 5 of the animal oracle cards underneath the Christmas tree. And stuff like that used to scare me, but now I know it's just Sarah communicating with me. So that brings me to my next point. Angels communicate to us in all sorts of ways, especially if you pray to them and if you're doing a lot of spiritual work. So they communicate to us, as I've already mentioned, with small miracles or magic. And then they communicate to us through signs. For example, since my NDE, I've had 3 doves that seem to follow me around everywhere. And isn't it coincidental that I had 3 angels that showed up for me? So they also communicate to us through angel numbers, which are numbers that we see repeatedly, such as 44, 1111, 1234, etc. It can be any number that you see repeatedly. So they also communicate to us through synchronicities. They communicate to us through timely music and poems. As I've mentioned, they communicate to us through tarot cards if you do tarot. They communicate to us through dreams and visions, and there are many stories in the Bible in which people were given messages from angels, such as when an angel appeared to Joseph telling him to stay with Mary. They also communicate to us through telepathic means, such as in my near-death experience. There were no words spoken, I just knew what Sarah was trying to communicate to me, and she knew what I was trying to say. So I'd like to point out that angels, especially your guardian angels, can hear your thoughts, and they communicate them to God. And then angels can transform. In my near-death experience, Sarah changed the clothes she was wearing, at one point changing from the flowing, shimmering gown of light to a simple hand-woven wool robe. And then my angels also transformed from human form into these shimmering beams of light as we traveled the universe. And that brings me to my next point. Angels can travel the universe at or faster than the speed of light. It seemed like only an instant after we left Earth when we were passing by the outer planets and leaving the solar system. So angels, at least your guardian angels, have been human at some point during their existence. They are enlightened beings that have transformed themselves to a higher being. So I'd like to point out that some humans are angels in training, or earthbound angels, and that all humans are equally capable of becoming angels. It is a choice you make to serve God as an angel. Angels feel emotions, but feel them so much stronger than we are capable of feeling. On the other side, I felt emotions from love to fear 1,000 times stronger than I've ever felt here, is the best way I can put it. But there are no words for what happened on the other side. So your guardian angels feel the emotions you feel, but so much stronger. However, they are capable of maintaining control because they are capable of seeing the big picture in a way that is difficult for us. So angels have souls, or are souls, depending on how you look at it. This is because they were human once. And I was shown during my near-death experience that humans can do the same things as angels when they become enlightened or transform beings. So I was able to for example, I was able to travel the universe alongside my angels because I had passed over. Angels can come and go from heaven as they please and as required. This is because they have gained the right to enter heaven. So in my near-death experience, I saw there were levels of existence, and that on each level where we have to learn certain lessons. And if we don't learn those lessons, we reincarnate back here and go through that existence again until we reach the point where we are godlike and are capable of entering heaven. So angels experience time differently than we do, and this is because time isn't what we understand it to be. And this is what I was shown in my near-death experience, that time isn't linear. It moves backwards and forwards, and is slowed down to the point it is almost stopped on the other side. So again, on the other side, you're able to go backwards and forwards in time, and angels can do the same thing. So the last and perhaps the most relevant point that I'd like to share that I learned about angels during my near-death experience is that every human has guardian angels. In my experience, I had 3 angels show up, but only one communicated with me. And Kabbalah teaches that we all have 2 to 4 guardian angels, and that they are with us at all times, and are constantly intervening in our lives for our highest good. You simply have to become aware of the ways in which your angels are interacting with you. It may be just the thought, and you may think that thought was your own, when in fact you're thinking it because your angels made it so. So again, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. You are the reason I came back for my near-death experience, and you are such a gift. Much love and peace. Namaste.